I like the picks, even though their fans do not, because their fans believe that they're going to win the championship every year, and that is the Dallas Cowboys. They get Tyler Guyton in the first round out of Oklahoma. We know Oklahoma produces those offensive linemen. They do it every year. My Jaguars, we took Anton Harrison, and we are not disappointed with that pick. They also get Marshawn Leland in the second round to add to what I thought was a pretty depthless front seven. You had guys up there that can make plays like Michael Parsons of the world and things like that, but you really didn't have a lot of depth there. So I think Marshawn Nealon is one of those most underrated players in the draft because he went to that small school in Western Michigan. But Marshawn Nealon could be really, really good for the Dallas Cowboys and a value pick as that second round pick. But Cooper Beebe in the third made a lot of sense. This is a guy who's going to come in and start for them right away at center or guard. They can move him around. He's got a lot of utility, and he's big and he's nasty and he's mean. So one time for the trenches, the Dallas Cowboys getting better. And my last loser in this year's draft is definitely going to be the Los Angeles Chargers, even though a lot of people think they had a good draft. I've got them as losers simply because we know what head coach Jim Harbaugh wants to do. He wants to be big. He wants to be physical. He wants to run the ball. He drafted Joe Alt with the first pick in this draft. Now, that's a pick that's going to help quarterback Justin Herbert stay upright, which was a problem last year. But I thought they could have traded down. Now, I'm not an insider. I don't know if that's true or not, but I felt like they could have traded down because you had players like J.C. Latham, Marius Mims, all these tackles that were available later on, or even Olu Fashanu, that I think was eventually drafted by the Jets. But I think you could have traded down and you didn't have to take Joe Alt in this spot. And they passed on Malik Neighbors. I think passing on Malik Neighbors is going to be one of those things. If Joe Alt is not a perennial All-Pro, it may go down as one of the worst picks of recent memory. Joe Alt has to pan out because they passed on a lot of really good players, a lot of generational talents at the receiver position, and that was a position of need, even though they drafted Ladd McConkey, and I really like Ladd. But I don't have him in the same classes of Malik Neighbors or Roma Dunze. So we know what Justin Herbert can do with that type of talent.